Okay. Right. There we go. Holy hell! What a last hour it's been. We've had multiple cells here start to fire, including some massive ones in France. So I thought I might as well go live. But what an event this is so far. We've got the storm, obviously, southwest of Nottingham, as well as this one southeast, which seems to be firing up here, though it hasn't produced anything. Um, yeah. We've got this main, we got two, we got this main system over here. Definitely seems to be pretty strong. If I pull up the risk here. Yeah, you can see Mesocast who's issued a moderate risk with a active and conditional risk. Yeah. The conditional moderate seems to be much larger than what the obviously the other moderate is, the active one. But what we're really interested in is what's going on. We do something. There we go. Have my screen a sec. There we go. Okay. What I'm really focused on is what Handrai has issued, because Handrai has issued a high risk, if it would load, for oh, they've actually no, they haven't. East of Birmingham as well as south of Nottingham. That's where the high risk is centralised. You can see, but right now this giant storm that's going on is currently happening in the enhanced section of this risk. However, as you can see, northwest of Leicestershire, there's this storm being formed, which is pretty strong. I've been keeping an eye on these storms for quite a while. Yeah, this France storm is pretty gnarly. If I pull up the ESSL here, you see we got 2 big days of absolutely massive thunderstorms. Go back to windy here. Hold on. Here we go. Right, right, okay. That should be, yeah, okay. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Okay. Going back to this well, eastern storm here. Northern storm. See, it's starting to get that shape of a sort of a bow here. It looks like it's coming on the system. We got a storm that literally just started to fire in Ireland here. No, south of central Ireland. Storm, got a line of storms here. Also beginning to form. Trying to keep an eye on these storms going on in France as well. If I go into my rain here, and then I go into UKV, see these short showers, but it seems like UKV is predicting more of it to strengthen as it goes further along here. Should be fine. Okay. The storm's really active in terms of getting a lot. In terms of lightning, this thing's very active. Okay. If I go into here, trying to find the thing here that is on. Where is it? No, it wasn't issue. It wasn't made by these guys. It was made by the people that does the European risks. Go. There it is. Right. Okay. So looking at the cape values here, you can see there is a lot of cape in the atmosphere. This midday, 3 p.m. So this is an hour ago. This is how much cape there was an hour ago. You can see it really starts to condense there around the 6 p.m. mark, As we go up to 9, you can see it just lingers around there before blowing off past midnight. But what I've been noticing is there's this little pocket here of a cape that travels up, and as it travels up, it's going to bring more storms to us around midday, same time tomorrow, if not early morning. I'm not too sure when storms will develop, but it's between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. is what I've got in mind at the moment. If I was to reckon, it would be around 3. Maybe 2. Can't get a good look of any of these storms. Check up on that one in Ireland here. Not really any coverage. Let me check the audio on my phone real quick. Okay, the audio seems alright to me. I'm gonna quickly go get a drink. So can I put a text box? Yes, I can. Ooh, I put a text box and put and then shrink that down. Drink. I'm gonna go get a drink. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyways, going back to that storm in Ireland, it does seem to be intensifying quite a bit, really. Nothing too much, but then again, our main focus is Central Midlands here. Let's see what ECMWF is saying. Definitely saying the potential for widespread severe thunderstorms. Pull up some cape. There is a lot of cape right now. There is a lot of it. So you can see these greys here are 0 to around 800 joules. The blues are 800 to 2000. The yellows to oranges are about 2000 to 4000, about 3500. And then the reds go into the purples are another 1000 on top of that. Bro, I live in the UK. How bad's the storms? It depends where you are. Right now, it's sort of well, widespread, really, but there does seem to be more focus into that eastern part of England there, more focused around obviously Nottingham. That's what Mesocast is saying at least. However, if I go to the Android Outlook there and we go into here, you can see they've got a high risk set out for east of Birmingham, south of Nottingham, and basically central Leicester. Well, all of Leicester. Sheffield, is that bad? Sheffield. I can't remember where Sheffield is. Sheffield? I reckon you guys have just had a storm by the looks of it. It's past right now, but this thing still is obviously continuing to ramp on here. It's traveling more at a southwest paced. Last hour here. It seems like the northern storm seems to be traveling the most south, whether that's some sort of flank or what. Seems like these storms are originally going to be moving. Is it coming back? No, it's not coming back. I would say once this front comes back, it will sort of drift south and then pull towards like Mansfield, Matlock, all of that. But then again, because of the lower temperatures and I expect lower Cape values, yeah, I reckon it's just gonna be pulled south and die. Well, pulled south and obviously either die. But if it doesn't get pulled south, it will weaken around here. Have a look at some of the soundings here. Onto pivotal here. Models. And if I go to United Kingdom, switch that to temperature. Sheffield's around north, so about there. Have a look at some of these soundings. So Tuesday, 12, 3, 6. So, ooh. Right, I'll explain what this means here. But it does seem like from based off of this sounding here at 6 p.m. your guys' risk does go up a bit. It goes from more of a hail risk to more of a supercell risk, which is a little bit concerning, but it's I don't think any storm that does form will be to that magnitude at least. Because once again, with that front, with that system, I don't see. I generally don't see it. Pull Cape values back up. Yeah, I mean 6 p.m. There's just no fuel for it. Thermals, a little bit of thermals. Drought. I didn't want drought. I wanted cloud base. Q6. That's a good thing that it doesn't. That it do, that's good that it moved. Yeah, I mean they have. Metacast has put out a 2% risk in this dotted line region, which is marginal to severe, with a 2% tornado chance, 5% wind chance, and a 15 and 30% flood chance. The main focus of today is more hail and flooding, like those quick flash floods that will drop, bunch of rain and a bunch of hail. All that hail melts. I reckon that's what our main risk is gonna be. If something does form around this area, Devon area, I will be keeping close range on that, because if it comes a bit close, I'll go out and obviously go record. Going back to these storms, it does. Whoa, does seem like another storm's just formed out of nowhere to the north. Can't tell if that's lightning from like an anvil or something, or generally just a new storm forming. Oh wait, have a look. Have a quick look on net weather as well. Charts and data. Storm risk map. Tuesday, midday. Not likely. When was this? Midday. So it seems like the storms do start more north and then slowly work their way down. But you can see just how much that front affects the storm risk along there. Thunder's getting worse. Hmm. Definitely a lot. This thing's definitely very active. The bad thing is we've only got this webcam. I'm keep trying to find webcams here, but there's just none where the storm is. Look at some of the webcams actually. Yeah, this is this storm here. You can see it's got a really, really nice anvil. You can see it has formed there 40 minutes ago. A lot has happened in 40 minutes. Things definitely got a lot bigger. Is a thunderbolt bad? It depends where it hits. If it hits a house, then most definitely, because it can short out a lot of things, because all that electricity gets sent through anything conductive, really. But if it's on somewhere like a tree or something, it will most likely burn the tree. Best bet would it be hitting like a either somewhere where it's just rained or on like a lake. I reckon that would be the best, providing no one's in that lake. It's a lot. There's so much coming from the storm. You can see it, like how much lightning has just. It's taking a lot. Put the darkness up there. really get a good look at that lightning. Ooh, odd thunder. Anyways, going back to these storms moving north of France. Does seem like they're gonna move up. I mean, the ESSL has put their auto-generated risks. They've put out quite a good hail risk for well, central to western um well England for quite a big bit of hail. 25 to 40% chance of 2%, no, 2 centimeters or bigger. Sorry, I can't find my words today. I generally can't. Anyways, if we go to that 3, uh, by 3 hours, if we go to Tuesday, 3 p.m., 12 to 3, that's where that first storm began. And it does seem like it's going to be peaking out around anywhere between now and 6 o'clock. That's when the main risk is going to be. Is north of Anston okay? Let's see, where's Anston? Is this the right Anston? No, that's Anthony. That's not Anston. South Yorkshire. There you go. I would say depends. No lightning seems to have struck there. However, I haven't been able to see whether or not this is hail. Reflectivity is pushing 4 inches an hour, which if I go to DBZ values is I think around 60. No, yeah, around 60, 55, 60, which is normally an indication of there's some type of hail in that. Going to NetWeather's rainfall radar, and then we turn weather type on. They're saying it's rain. Hail's highlighted in that yellow color there, which if I turn lightning off, I don't see any of at the moment. It's more just very heavy rain. My gosh, is there a lot of lightning there? Seems like that southern storm as well is really starting to kick off. Got 2 main systems. That northern one near Sheffield, and the one in between Bristol and London. Southwest of Oxford. Is that moving up towards Oxford? Seems to be just very slowly moving east. Anston should be okay. I mean, it seems to have had their storm passed now. This thing could still produce some lightning from the anvil. However, the anvil's more positioned going northeast, so the anvil's more here. Again, that is old satellite imagery, 18 minutes ago. Be about north, yeah, about northeast. Back to that storm in France. We do actually have quite a bit of a webcam here. Oh yeah, you can really see that updraft on that storm in France. Like I said, these storms are going to travel up towards us, judging by the 3 hour. See, pay attention to here, you got the storms that form in France, and you can see they're going to swing up, and that's going to be the main focus for the rest tomorrow. So I'm going to keep an eye on those. So much to keep an eye on today. The storms seem to be becoming one main storm as it moves, continues to move south east. I'm trying to think where the next storm will be. Are we being okay? Yeah, I would say. It depends if this storm decides to. Well, if this is actually a storm or what that's producing this lightning, because then you might have a second round. But then again, it looks to be going more. No, but then that front. Hmm. Front should be hitting any time now, really. Oh, unless that slight curve, unless the reason why that started moving south was the front. I don't know. Hard to say. Very hard to say. Very isolated here. 7 minutes. You want to be careful of the lightning coming from that anvil cloud there. That's what I was thinking about would happen in Austin. But Austin. That's what I was worried about. But it seems like with the Sheffield storm, it's going more northeast. The anvil, according to satellite. Yes, satellite time lapse here. It's a very clear morning. Very clear. Just downloading the very clear warning, but then you can see clouds would come up, and then peak daylight heating happened. There you go. Clouds began to form, and then before you know it, first storm was off. Very new storm though. Very early into its life cycle. It's been formed for over an hour day. Can't tell if these are radar deciding to bug out or if it's actual storms. But I think by the looks of it, it's radar bugging out. But yeah, might not be, but it might be. What's the most place in risk? Uh, like I said, that high risk. Oh, that high risk in Leicester, Coventry, Northampton, just anywhere around here, really. Our two storms there, our two main storms are both in the enhanced risk. Storms a lot. There's a lot going on. If I go onto the auto generators here, the auto has 85% chance of lightning in the main area. So if we go to tomorrow, go tomorrow, as you can see, there's a lot of focus around that area. Go into the assembled one. 4 points actually of interest. We have 3 points in the UK, 1 in France. Forecasts, 1 in forecasts. They only it was originally a moderate risk as it went but as times went on this morning they updated it to high, and that's when news started to break out. Storm seems to be very strong now that the second cell's formed. Anvil seems very defined. Something to... Uh, This anvil's moving almost dead north, whereas the one over here is moving about northeast. If you can see it. Can't really see it on that cam. What can you really see on here? It's so humid. But all this energy that's been building up. Is the news bad? You're like, okay. The news, no, the news, when I say news, I was talking about like a lot of people in the community was talking about it, and that it's like quite a lot. I was on NetWeather looking at some of the discussions, and a lot of people were talking about the ESSL risk that was put out, and all the Handra outlook, all that. Speaking of the ESSL risk, very condensed to that one spot there. 1525. I am very tempted to see if Mezocast will update their risk for either today or tomorrow, because it was originally, it didn't have this moderate risk here. It used to be literally just a conditional. It was just a conditional, and then as soon as that high risk went out, it immediately went to active. Could we be in a bit of danger? I reckon the only danger there is, I'd say the only danger, is lightning and hail, as well as flooded roads. But the flooded roads normally comes from the heavy rain and hail. Definitely if one of these storms are coming to you, don't get in a pool. Because a lot of people, well, a lot of my friends were saying, oh, if a storm hits, I'm going straight in the pool. Oh, that might be a bad idea. Because all these lightning strikes are CGs, meaning they're actual bolts of lightning. They're full cloud to ground electrical bolts. Whereas if I go onto this one, this shows both the lightning in the clouds and the ones that go to the ground as well. So it shows both of those. You see they're very active. In fact, this one behind is still picking up, but I can't get anything on reflectivity. Not like there's a camera that I can see either. Let's try and see if this is radar bugging or a storm. I think it is radar debugging. Or, well, radar bugging. I don't know, actually. Because no. Wait, no. That is not radar bugging out. Or at least for that one it isn't. I'm not sure about this one. That is a very, very violent updraft. When would it stop? I would say just after sunset. However, around the south, I reckon it's gonna go up to around midnight. It's definitely gonna be a long night. Got another storm that just kicked off lightning. Newark on Trent. Nottingham. This one's north of Nottingham. Let's have a look at some of the Cape values again. Putting down Cape values are sitting around 2,000 to 3,000, which is a lot. Especially a lot. Temperatures do seem to be steady though. especially in the south. I reckon this thing's going to be a long-lasting. It's definitely going to go through the night by the looks of it. See this this front of cooler air travels down. Gets a bit hard to notice around there. Yeah, but I reckon it is going to travel through the night, and then with these storms around here forecasted to push up and do their thing. But yeah, across here, yeah, wider spread, more widespread view of it. But yeah, it's literally, from what I'm seeing, it's day after day. This one's more of a northern risk, and more of a southern risk. So everywhere's getting a whole lot. Well, like I said, I did hear about the 2004 tornado in the UK. Pretty sure it's 2004 Birmingham. Yeah, it is. I think if I pull up the oh no, that was 2005. 2004. 2004 tornado UK. It was 2004. Hear about it? Bristol Channel tornado 2004. And winter 2004. Water spout. Oh, I think you're talking about 2005 Birmingham tornado. Because that was a T6. T5 to T6, which is around EF4 to high-end EF4. Yeah, you're talking about Birmingham. If I go into Toro, please don't copyright me, Toro. God. Where's notable events? Extremes. Where is it? It might be in research. Notable events. Here we go. 2005 large hail, tornado T5 C6. Here it is. If I go into there. There we go. So this is the this was the report made on the tornado that happened. So it came from an occluded front. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the purple one means. This is all just paper describing it, but I try and find where the damage indicator map was. I had a sounding graph. Just have a sounding graph. Low level cape and then upper level cape. Temperatures sitting around 20 degrees. Cape was at 1,600. Yeah, it was pretty big. Did damage. Yeah, that's the end. I couldn't find the damage indicators, unfortunately. Going back to storm itself of Oxford. It seems to be stationary now. According to the lightning, it seems to be basically stationary. That is not good. That is really not good. That means one place is going to get a lot of either hail or a lot of rain for a long period of time. Well, being like 30, 40 minutes, but still, with that amount of precip, that could be pretty dangerous, especially if you're on the roads. Looking back at it now, every time I look at it, the anvil just gets bigger. I mean, look at that. Huge dark mass. We've got a new storm forming near Telford. I already looked at that. Wait, I just realised I've already looked at it. Oh god, my internet's spazzing out. New storm north of Telford. Definitely got some lift on that. Try and see. Oh, you can very, very just see that in the corner there. That storm there. Just about see that there. Oh my gosh. Storm's definitely going places, that's for sure. Get to the beach cam. Very dark and you definitely have yellow base to that. There's even a bit of blue poking through at 67 dBz. Can't tell if that's suppression or what. Wow! What a webcam! See if it's got a live. On. Let me see if it's got a live. No, it hasn't. Unfortunately, it hasn't. Put that back there. Okay. Right. Okay. Jeez. That literally. Oh my gosh. I just realized how that's literally just popped out of nowhere. Wow. That's the space of 30 minutes? That formed in the space of 20 minutes. What? No, that can't be right. Oh, that might, no, that might. All of that formed in the space of 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes apart. That is, wow. That is something. Jeez. Things are definitely becoming less. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I definitely spoke too soon then. Wow. Wow. It is clear skies for me right now. Very, very clear. Right, I'm back. Anyways, a bit of a front cutting through. Okay, that anvil. Now that high level anvil is reached, have a look at some of the webcams. It's definitely quite a bit. Whew. Ow, this thing's strong though. Got some power on it. Very, very nice structure. Definitely gonna. What is the ESSL risk? Ooh, might be a supercell. Wait, this might be a supercell. This looks really, really strong. This might genuinely be a supercell. If it carries on at this pace, this strength. Going to totally. Wednesday, Tuesday 15th. This doesn't seem to be doing it justice. Yeah, but that's the thing. All this is what's gonna happen is yeah, if I go back to 3 hour, you can see it does actually travel up. So storm forms, you can see with that risk there, see how it comes up. So that'll be setting itself up for tomorrow. Because of how slow these things are moving. But it seems like it's just going to be round after round of strong storms. I mean, this is Tuesday midnight to Thursday midnight. And it's just round after round. Yes. Going back to the storm here. Okay, we got access to it. Very nice darkening there. The base, things active. Moving now, instead of moving northeast, they do seem to be moving like dead east now. This one's moving south. Yep. I think the front definitely has here. It's because it's just done an L shape. It's gone from moving along there to shifting south. I think the front has passed by. Oh, it's so hot in my room. I'm sweating. I'm actually sweating. It did. Heat. Anyways, carrying on. What's this? I can't see any point of interest. Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's looking south at this. Okay. So that's facing that way or that way. Going back to this webcam. Yeah, it's just became one storm now. It does seem like there's another storm that's literally just a second fired up. There's no view on it. Nope, there's no view on it. Wow, is it hot there? Seems like they're all forming along this line. That means I might generally get something today. Because it does seem to be forming along this line. There we go, there's that front coming through. Second front there. That's pushing north. Going back to that front storm. Oh, wow. That is something. Something very special. Wow. In the space of 20 minutes, that is fired so extremely. 20 minutes is all it took. 20 minutes is all it took to go from clear sky to storming. I can't get any cameras. Hold on, let me have another look. At some of the lightning map. Let's see if I can get any views on this storm. .601. Okay, so this was the photo taken at 5:33. So 5:33. Hold on. Just get the thing up. 5:33. Which they're an hour ahead, so it'd be 4:33. This is what that storm looked like. So this is what it looked like at that time. Now, if we go to 6:01, which is 5:01, so this was 7 minutes ago. See that core right there. Very dense core. But you can see each individual rain bands there. Very, very strong storm. Trying to see any signs of whether or not this is supercell or, well, I can't see anything at the moment. But yeah, that's what we got. Let's check out some soundings. Let's try my sounding about there. Marginal severe. When's that for? Midday. That was midday. That's 3. This would be 6. Still that possibility. There's no longer marginal severe. Seems like that storm that formed the Sheffield storm has sort of died off now. Doesn't seem to be producing any more lightning. The Welsh storm is going. The Ireland storm is sort of formed lightning and now dissipated. New storms, Leicester. It's Leicester. Hmm. Is there a camera? There is 10 minutes ago. That's what that looked like. Definitely have a look at that risk again. Definitely focus on that point. There's a new bit of lightning. It's formed about here. Now, 3 very active systems. Go back to that French storm. Wow, it's just a wall. 4 minutes ago. Yeah, wow, that is just, you got that core. Boom. Very wild. Very, very wild event. Go on to net weather radar here. 200 millimeters an hour has been reached. Right there in that storm. Very, very violent storms. Wow. Just wow. This is something. Definitely. I'm just waiting for the main high risk to happen. Because once it starts to move through, definitely gonna start doing stuff. Uh, very, very violent systems. Really see those anvils, especially on the Swindon one. On the Swindon one. That anvil reaches far and wide. Yeah, the Sheffield one is definitely moved on now. The only way I can see it reviving is if the gust front that it caused produces anything. God. Anyways. Wow. France Storm has also kicked off. No, go back to composite. Icon EU. Here we go. Temperature models. There we go. 2000. 500 millibar winds. 18 mile per hour. 700 millibar winds. Very steady. 800 millibar winds. That'll be from the storms. And yeah, it's very calm. 500 millibar temperatures. This is hopefully it's very cold. 7 to 85. 7 to 85. That's pretty decent temperature change. Right, there we go. I'm back. So, what's gone on while I've been gone? Storm in Nottingham seems to really be kicking off, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, really has. Holy. 60 dBz. Do we have any webcams? We have this one. There's nothing. Wow, that is a lot of lightning. That's all cloud to ground lightning. We got this one near Radstoke. Other than that, I can't really get a view. One in. That seems to be two new areas here. Well, three new areas of new updrafts. Are you going to chase the storm if it gets bad? If there's one coming towards me, I definitely will get out. It does seem to be this though. If that does anything, I'll be out. Doubt it will, but you know, if it does, it does. Go back to that storm in Nottingham. Would you chase us? Would you be chasing the storm? I'll try and get to a spot where I can get a better view of it, but I don't think I'll be able to catch up. However, I will definitely get to a better viewing point to hopefully capture some lightning if there is. Wow, new screenshot there. Very, very deep. It's actually got a clear slot. Oh yeah, that the Sheffield storm died. That's fizzled away now, as I expected. Carried on going east. Died. Okay, we're starting to see some little pop-ups here now in the main area of what's being warned, which means this is probably going to be the beginning of the event. And I just realised I forgot to hide the beer backside. Of course I did. Of course I'm that brain dead. Anyways, that looks to be taking a very distinct shape there. Can I get a view of it? No. Unfortunately, can get a behind view of it. It's definitely an inflow feature there, getting fed into the storm. Nottingham Storms doing something. Holy hell, I am so hot. Very low, yeah, I might go try cool off because I can't think at the moment. Other than I am extremely baking. hour. I'm gonna go have a quick look out my window, see if I can see anything. At this moment, I can't see really any clouds. There is a string of them, but they're not where. I just want something to form. Really do want something to form in my area. It's going back to that Nottingham storm. Wild, very intense now. Swindon storm is strengthening, and the Redstock storm. Oh, excuse me. The Redstock storm. I still can't really get a view of. No. Unless, oh no, I got a view. I think that's the Swindon storm. Well, no, that's no, that's that. Is it? No, wait, no, that might be that in the background. Oh, I don't know. Can't really see anything. There's definitely some showers over here, but nothing too extreme. Ah, no, that's just radar. Being radar. Never mind. The Swindon storm's getting very strong here. As well as the strawberry storm. The strawberry. That's also kicking off. Check, see if they've got a risks out for tomorrow. They do not. Or if they upgraded this. They'll have the 27th risk out by 7 PM, I reckon. So hopefully you can see what the day after tomorrow is going to be as well. Definitely something starting to take a beating. These things are huge. The Nottingham storm is definitely getting very strong by the looks of it. This is This is something. This is definitely strongest storm of the day so far. See if NetWeather's got anything to say about it. NetWeather's still saying NetWeather's still saying just rain. No. Something tells me there's some hail in that. There's surely got to be some hail in that. It's a Sheffield storm. It's the Nottingham storm. Explodes. That's when it explodes. Wow. This thing's only just started exploding as well. That is one beauty. Definitely the most intense we've seen so far. That's where I wanted to go. So there seems to be some more forming more towards the high risk area. Swindon storms have it seems like the southern storm and the Swindon storm is coming the more dominant cell. Take a look at satellite. Wow. That is something. We do up it to 6 hours. Definitely exploding. Wow. All these lightning strikes here, that is that is bolts of lightning. Again, that is definitely something. Taking screenshots here. What a storm. Go back to here you go, Cape. Definitely just I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Taking a look at this risk again. The enhanced risk goes all the way down to Bristol. Goes. Oh, it's froze. Okay, goes from Sheffield down to Bristol. The slight risk goes all the way from York down to very southwest Cornwall. This is definitely going to be one hell of a storm. That's all I can say. Just this whole risk is something pretty crazy, if you if you ask me. Okay. Dirty. I'm gonna. Right, I'm gonna see if any of these storms are warned. Okay, this is the Swindon storm. This is the Swindon storm right now. So this was the Swindon storm. You see very strong winds. Not so much hail, but very strong winds here. That was Swindon. Okay, we got some more shots of very big oh, where's it go? Where's the anvil cloud? Here we go. Very, very beautiful, very, very big. 258. That was the Shrewsbury? That was the Shrewsbury storm. A lot of things are coming out about the Shrewsbury storm. Once again, very, very big storm. I think this was the Shrewsbury storm again. On. That was plus a short time. Sheffield. So this was the Sheffield storm. Very explosive there. That was Sheffield storm. It's front. So this people joining the line front. That was related. Satellite. Oh, yeah, you can literally see that front come through. See, if you look very closely, you can see that front. That's about it so far. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the Nottingham storm. Quite a few posts. Alright. Okay. Right. There we go. Um. Yep. Right. I was just looking at radar and look what decided to show up. So a storm has formed north of Exeter. No, west of Exeter, sorry. I don't think it's going to be coming up towards me. However, it is nice to know that a storm has formed in the Devon region. These storms, the Shrewsbury storm is extremely violent. Oh, maybe they're not as violent as I thought they were. Shrewsbury, though, has definitely got some things going for it. Wow. That is a nice updraft camera. It's moved away, but still got a very nice updraft look to it. Looks like things have slightly calmed down. I think I might start preparing in case this decides to go off. In fact, I'm going to end stream. If this storm doesn't do anything, right, I will start stream back up again. But I am going to get a good look at this thing. I wanna get a good view of what I'm looking at. I also want to get ready in case it does and I have to leave the house. Anyways, I'll start stream back up in a bit. But other than that, uh, go to UK Storm Chasers live stream. They're going to be doing it the whole time. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit.